What's up everybody, welcome back to another drawing tutorial. So today we are going to be drawing Broly from Dragon Ball Super Broly. So it's his black haired form. I've done his sort of rage mode, Super Saiyan form. So just standard old black haired Broly. So to fit in his hair and stuff, the head is kind of down in the bottom half of our page. And as usual we're going to start with that sort of Dragon Ball frown sort of thing. So a little bit different on Broly. It's not just a W, but it just comes down this way, curves around like this, kind of a U, and then kind of a line just up the middle like that. So it still kind of looks like a W, but just sort of not just a straight W sort of shape. So his eyebrow comes up around up this way. To about there, and then the end of his eyebrow blocks off this way, and then we're going to bring it back down. It's about there. And of course that's dark black inside, but we'll do the other eyebrow first. So we'll curve it around. Back up to there. This one won't go as far because it'll meet his hair that comes down this way. So kind of a hair spike that comes down there. And then it's going to come back in. Up and under. Up into there. And like I said, colour them in dark black. Okay, so the shape for those eyes, they're those box-like Dragon Ball eyes. So bring it down diagonal that side. Then we will bring it across the bottom, like so, and then up into there. Do pretty much the same thing over this side. So we go coming out from the hair, just there, and then we'll bring it across like that, and back up into there. So his iris, so real small, skinny, half circle, just like that. And we can barely see his pupil, so it's like just like here. Barely see it because he's frowning so hard. He's so angry. So same on this side, skinny. Semicircle there, and barely see his pupil. Like that. So then he could have some frown lines just here on his brow, like so, and one coming up the middle, just there. And then those cheek marks coming under his eye. Just one or two sort of lines coming around his cheek, like so. Then his nose, that sort of standard Dragon Ball kind of L shape, just here first. And then it's got the shadow portion, so it's like a diamond, so it kind of comes down the middle and comes up this side and back into there. So a bit more frown lines on Broly just here, so coming in towards his nose on both sides. Like that. So that's like standard Saiyan face, pretty much. It's the same for Goku or Vegeta, pretty much. It's kind of that similar sort of face, and then his mouth real close to the nose. So it comes up diagonal, comes across here, and then down like that. Then his bottom lip, just here, like so. Chin, just down here. So if you're checking proportions now, so the nose is about halfway between the eyes and the chin. And the line for the bottom lip is halfway between the nose and the chin. About, approximately. Not to the millimeter, but just that marks about the halfway line between the nose and the chin. And the nose, the bottom of it, is about halfway between the eyes and the chin. It's about the same distance, approximately. So then his jaw, bring it up like so, as straight as you can. Then it's going to curve around, so it's going to change direction, but I'll do the other side first. Comes up like so. And then it curves up the side of his head. And then we'll curve this one up as well. Like so. And then the scar on his face, just here. Like that. So then we have his hair. So he's got 4 sort of spikes coming across his fringe. So we'll do this one first. We've already started it, so we might as well keep going. So this one spikes up real close to the side of his head. Up around this way. So we're going to go up real tall, real big hair on Dragon Ball characters. Like that. Okay. And then this comes up like so, and back into there. So Broly's hair spikes are kind of, they look, well, depending on how they're drawn, they look sort of more curvy than angled compared to most Saiyans. Well, especially when he's in his just standard form anyway. So then, next one. It's going to come out from the center here. So it's going to come out like, say, about here. And then it's going to come down. And this one is going to curve down. And it's going to go over his eyebrow. Down towards his eye. Down to there. Then it's going to come back up this side. Back in. Around to there. And then there's like a line just for his hairline just here. Of course, his hair is black mostly, so it's like black and grey. And then we might have a strand of hair come down here. Like so. Smaller hair spike then beside it, just say here. Comes up around into there. Then another one on this side. We spike it out to here, back up around. Stop it there because it meets another one that kind of sticks out this way. So it comes out like so, back up around, in towards the center, like this. Now we can put his ears in. We can just see the bottoms of them, just there. Earlobes sort of line up with his cheek marks. And then we can see some bones and ligament lines inside. So just like something like this. Maybe a line there. Maybe a couple more detailed lines. Alright, so we'll finish the rest of his hair spikes. So we've some actually behind his neck, so we'll draw his neck in at first. So coming down from his jaw, just coming down here. Big neck, like so. And then he's a hair spike just wrapping around like his neck here and coming in around behind his ear. Into there. And he's one on this side too. that. And then he's a couple more. So one say going this way. One there. And then we're going to go up around his head. Adding spikes as we go. This one sticks up. Boop. This one comes back down. Smaller one here. Back into there. Then there's like a bigger one right in here. So, and then goes back that way. Then, so kind of next one comes across the center, just here. Back down like so. There's like 1, 2, 3 that come across the middle, and there's a couple behind. So this can look like this, and then we bring it down into there. And there's 2 in behind here. Then this one sticks up off this way. And another one here, back down like so. And one more here. Jump over that one. Bring it in like so. And another one here. Down around into there, and the last one like so. So his hair is mostly black and there's like a grey segment on it, but I'll do that at the end. There's no like hairlines or anything. Every now and then there might be like one single hair sticking up like this, like, you know, coming out like that, but that's about it. Okay, so he's got that collar on, that sort of shock collar that he wears. So a box just underneath his chin, like this. This side is open because we've got that metal strand that goes out from it, so it comes around his neck. Like so. It comes out the other side. To there. And then, so his body's kind of, so you can see his body's sort of, he's walking, so his body's kind of tilted this way a little bit. So his shoulder, this shoulder is further back. So that means, so we can see his trapezius just here, right? Just behind, just here. And then the collar of his armor, that's Saiyan armor, comes down. Around like this. So it's kind of longer on this side because this shoulder is coming towards us, and then it's a bit shorter on this side. So it's like a twisted sort of letter U, sort of going that way. Just a more dynamic pose, make it a bit more interesting. So then his chest muscles, just here, one here. Next one comes across like so. Then we can see some scar tissue just here. And then the rest of his neck muscles coming down behind this. Just there. Another one here. And then one there. There. And shoulders. So we have a shoulder pad coming off like so. And then an edge coming out and around. Like this. It's kind of like a wing sticking out. And then it has an edge to it. Here, and it meets his chest muscle. Like so, and maybe come in there then. And then some lines on that. So green and navy section. Like so. And then we can see his shoulder muscle just here. Top of his bicep, maybe some muscle line coming down here. And maybe some of his tricep. Just coming that way. So, right, so the other shoulder. So we have this sort of bump for this section around his neck here. Just following around that line again. And then his other shoulder. So it comes out a bit longer. Like that. See, it's longer than this one because it's coming towards us. So we've got perspective going on. Okay. Or it gives the illusion that it's coming towards us, right? So it's coming down around this time. So we can see sort of behind it, sort of inside it, because it's twisted towards us. And then it comes down this way. Unusual sort of shape, but we can see his shoulder muscle then inside here. And then the inside of that. Like so. Bring it down around into there. And another shoulder muscle line. And some more detail lines on this. Like that, and then chest. And middle of his chest. Like so. And I think that's everything. Maybe a line for his trapezius just in there as well, and maybe tiny little bit dark shadow just in there. Oh, one more line. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Yeah. I think that's it. How to draw Broly. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video.